All right. Maybe next couple of weeks, we're going to cover the basic Linux command, basic skill sets. Okay, and so once we build that up, then we can do a little more. Actually, set back a little bit to understand how, for example, the Linux command originally developed. So we can practice one small thing, and then we come back to Linux operation perspective to practice advanced commands. The file structure. So we need to learn something about the file structure of the Linux. So I want you to open up your terminal. This is the terminal, right? So this is hierarchically organized. Hierarchical. We call that tree structure. Okay, on top there is only one node, on the very on top. So top of the file structure in Linux is called slash. Okay, slash. So if you want to go all the way up, then you need to do, by the way, what is CD? CD stands for? Johnny? Directory. That is for D. C for? Why don't you change it? Change.
Change directory?
Yeah,
okay.
change directory. Change directory. So if I want to change directory, so all the time you better do, hey, what is a CD? So I want to see the manual CD. So manual CD. So that you can see it. This is CD, right? So manual CD. And hit enter. Oh, there is no manual for the entry CD. Why? Because that is too common. It's too easy. So we don't need to say anything about the CD for change directory. Okay. So when I do CD and slash means that is, we call that top, or you can say root directory, or you can say root or top. Where that comes from? As I said, file system is a tree structure, right? So if you see the tree, then see this is a ground, and then tree goes up like this, right? This is a big trunk of the tree, and then there is a branches of the trees all the way up. These are the tree, right? This is the tree, typical tree structure. Like this. We call that tree. So this is a tree structure. Then under the ground, we simply call it root. Okay? In computer science, I want you to think of the upside down. So we have the root here. And under that root, we have several child nodes. So when I go up CD, which is a slash, that is the root. I want to go up. As you see here, if you see the prompt statements, one before it says tilde, there's a tilde, right? And when I do cd slash, then this became slash. Okay, tilde means, if it is tilde, tilde is my home. Tilde. Slash means Adam and Eve, all the way up. Okay? Root. Whatever that root that you think. So if you want to see what is there, then you can see ls, list. Therefore, on top or root, we have bin, def, home, lost plus found, mnt, this amount, proc, process, run, service, temp, temporary, var, variable. Var variable is not the variable that you see in your mathematics. It is not the variable that you learned from your coding class. That is the variable, the term in size. Size-wise, it keeps variable. Come on. Yeah. All others, it's not really growing dynamically. But in size-wise, the var, it grows so quickly. So var, var directory usually contains, guess what? What could be under that var directory? Which ones on the server dynamically, continually, always changing? What it could be, usually. Web page, right? Most of the server, web page dynamically changes, right? If web page is it is a user interactive mode, then user write something like you're chatting, then that is web-based, right? Dynamically changes. They are there. Let's do more. Boot, etc, some of the etc. Can anyone recall what we done? Some files under etc directory recently? Not sure. When you set up VNC, the last moment in the previous class, I said if you want to set up your network supplicant, therefore automatically pick up your Wi-Fi. If you set up multiple networks in that specific files, then you don't need to re-edit. So ideally, you can make one network for your home, another network description for here in this class, and maybe if you often go to Starbucks, then you can set up another Starbucks network SSL ID and the password. Usually Starbucks doesn't ask you to enter password, right? But anyway, if you go to some library, then you can set it up. So wherever you go, you can, the way you set up on the file, automatically, you can activate VNC. Not activate the VNC, but VNC can be enabled. Some of the libraries, some of the media, if you want to do, if you want to set up camera on your Raspberry Pi, as I said, Raspberry Pi can adopt 2 cameras at least, and then OPT root sbin, sys, and usr, and all others, right? So that is there. So what that means is that, for example, here, that is a bin directory, some of the binary directory. And maybe here, or home. And somewhere here, maybe USR here. And etc. And some here, VAR. And on the home, of course, U there. In my case, Jyun. Okay. So how can I go to Jyun, my home? You can do CD also. You can do CD and then home. Then I can, currently I am here, right? Root. I want to change my directory to home. Then it can step one down along that tree structure. Oh, by the way, this is our physical tree, right? The computer tree is upside down. The root is on top, and all branches grows downward. That is what you can see here, right? This upside down. So I want to go down one level deeper from root to home. To do that, I need to change the directory. So CD and home. Therefore, you may be able to see here, it gives me home, right? And if I want to see what is the content in the home directory, then you can see, oh, there is only one, Jyun, right? I can even go down one level deeper to Jyun from where I am, which is I am currently at home directory. If I want to change it, then I need to CD and Jyun. I can get down. And then, as you can see here, it became tilde, right? As I mentioned. It didn't say /home /Jyun. Instead of saying that, there is a symbol. There is a special symbol, tilde. So tilde means my home. Let me go back. CD /. Then I am very on top, right? If I want to go back to my home, or if I want to see my home, what is in my home, then I can say ls and tilde, then it gives me what is in my home. This is exactly the same as, okay. And also, one more thing. Remember, from here on top, when I go down, then I need to do CD home and then CD Jyun. I am still on top, right? Here is root. I am currently at root. How do you know? Because this guy says I am at root, right? Currently. If I want to go back home, my home directory, then you could do that step by step, like CD home, CD Jyun, or simply wherever you are in your big world of file system, wherever you are, if you want to go back home directly, very quick, if you want to come back, let me go back home quick, then you can simply do CD and hit return. Do you see that? Right now, I am at home, right? Because I am at home, I can see what is available. This is what is available right now, right? At my home. Bookshelf, documents, index.html. They are available in my home directory. This one returns the same information, but I got that from the top. Not only top, wherever I am, if I want to see, by the way, what did I have so far? What do I have? Then you can say ls space tilde, wherever you are, because tilde means my home, so it can provide something about your home. Let me explain one more thing. If I go back to, for example, VAR, so I am in the VAR, and then I want to change it to log. So I am in some of the log files, right? So I am in VAR, not just the VAR, /VAR. So slash means from, that's a top. Underneath, there's a VAR directory. Slash, underneath, there's a log directory. That is exactly what I have done so far, right? Because I did CD VAR, CD log. Okay. From here, I am somewhere, right? From there, how can I list the content of my home directory? What is the command? Let's say if you are asked to answer. Harry, do you have any idea? We already learned. ls
I forgot the name of that.
tilde, ls tilde, right? If you do ls tilde, then it still gives me the information about myself. This and that, they are the same, right? What is the difference? The location where I am is different. If I am in my home, then I can simply say ls. If I am somewhere, then there's a very nice way that you can say tilde. Okay? So whenever you miss your home, wherever you go, you can get your home very quickly. Tilde. Very nice, right? Okay. That's a tilde. So CD, so CD directory, then you can name that directory so that you can jump into that directory, right? And then wherever you are, if you want to come back home, then you can do CD. Hit enter, then you can come back. But if you want to point to your home, then tilde. Okay? Tilde is the symbol to point to your home. And CD slash means slash is the root. There's a top. CD slash user, USR, then that is a specific directory. There's a USR, right? Somewhere here. So how can, from where I am right now, I'm this, right? Can I see the USR directory somewhere the structure USR from here without having to change the directory? then you can say simply ls and slash, then it gives me the content in the on the very on top where there is a USR, right? Something like this. Okay. The other one very useful language here, PWD, print current directory. Print current directory. Although this guy explains to me very nicely that the prompt statement, current prompt statement gives me very nice. It gives me the path expression. What if it doesn't give me the path expression? How can I get that? Okay. That is the language called the PWD. If I say PWD, then this is where I am right now. Slash, if we say slash, then always from top, okay? From top, there is a var directory, and underneath, there is a log directory. That's what that explained to us, right? Slash var slash log. By the way, that is where I am right now, right? Similarly, if you go back home, simply by typing cd for home, and then if you say where I am now slash home slash jyun. I am under this home. If you see the from entire file structure, including the root directory, then there's a first child. One of the first children from the root is home. There's where I am belong to, right? That is where I belong to. That's what is Jaeyun belong to this home. So I said to draw a tree structure of a Linux file system, particularly Raspberry Pi OS tree structure. How can you do? You need to do first to go up very on top, and then ls, then you can draw this everything under the first child level, and then you need to go down one by one. For example, first one is bin, so cd bin. Where I am now is a slash bin, which is here, right? There you need to do ls. Then lots of binary files, lots of commands there, all the way up. Long list. By the way, Raspberry Pi is color-coded the command. He looks like our professor, right? So, color coded. This I'm not sure. This kind of color, that is, I would say blue, right? Blue color is a directory. If you have green, then that is simply a file. This maybe sky blue. This is not really the same as, if you see these two, Jyun here and bin, they are not the same color, right? Jyun here, this is a green. And bin, this is a little different, right? LIB is a little different. SBIN is a little different. So, if I ask you to draw, then under bin, I want you to put only one file, say among many, you can simply say something that you may know, which is, I would say, ls, right? You can say ls is there. And then home, your name there. Okay, this is one of the homework that I would ask you to do. Okay. So today is the day. I would say, yeah, every other week, not every other class, we meet twice a week, right? So I would like to give you one homework per week. So this week, today, I do not know whether I give you another homework on next Tuesday or next Thursday. We'll see. Depends on what it is. So I want you to draw the entire Linux systems, but when you have like this binary files, then so many, right? So I do not want to draw those many. But within this, I think, let's say X. Is X is directory or not? In order to know that, you need to do ls minus L and then X star, then you can get something, some of the name here, name of the content, starting with the X, capital X, ending with whatever the values. Star means that is a wild card, so it could be 0 or more characters. So starting with the X. So you see here there's a X, X11, XORG, XBNC, XBNC dash core, XWayland, all those things. If you come up here, when you do this long line, ls minus L, long line, then you have here, we start with the L, those two, which means X here, this is a green, right? This X is not green, but this is not blue, a little different. X11 as well. So what is it? It means it starts with the L, right? Start with the L. If it is a directory, then it should say, for example, if I want to do minus L, ls minus L, and dot dot. By the way, dot dot means dot dot, double dot means I want to go back. Dot dot means my parent, not my ancestor, but my parent, my direct parent. If I want to point to my direct parent, then you can do dot dot. Let me explain this. ls means a list, right? Minus L, there's a long list. And then I need to say where. Then if I say dot dot, hey, give me the list of long list of content where, which are available in my father's property. I want to inherit. I want to grab the property from my father right now. I can't wait. ls minus L, then I can see here. See ls minus L dot dot, then my parents. Here's a bin. My parent is it's a bin. Where am I? PWD. Okay. So I am on the bin directory. So if I want to go up, then this is my parent. Little strange. If I do this, then my parent is a lot longer. But if I do ... then it gives me bin, game, only those. Bin, I think it is only, let's see, bin, ls minus l, bin. Oh, okay. I know why. Okay. I thought when I do ls minus l ... so that I go back to my father, this /bin directory is directly from my root. Therefore, I thought it gives me the content in the root directory. But when I see the bin is itself is again here L. It's not a directory. It is a L. L means it's not a directory, but it is a link, symbolic link. What does that mean here? Say bin is actually under USR directory. This is only symbol. Actual location of bin is nothing but here USR. That's what it is here. USR/bin. Therefore, when right now I am here in binary directory, and I said my father, then it goes to USR rather than top because of that symbolic link. So if you see USR, ls minus l/USR, then that is that. And there, if I say ls minus l ... they should be the same, right? When I do /... it gives me that. When I do USR, what the directory USR contains, then it gives me this. Although I am in this /bin directory, they are in /bin directory. You guys can understand what that means? If you do not understand that, then don't worry about it. We'll get back to that issue again. In the file structure, this portion is not the case that you can see in Windows systems. This is only available in Linux. Okay? In Windows, if it exists, it physically exists there. But in the, I think the current version of Windows, there is some meaning. The structures provided, as far as I know. But typical Windows systems doesn't have that. Linux has that. That is very, very powerful. Symbolic link. Okay. So if you can find, when you draw tree structure, if you can find the symbolic link at your side, you may do so like this dotted line. So without spelling out like 500 files here, you can simply say, because this is a symbolic link, it goes to the USR. What USR contains also contained in bin directory, because there is a symbolic link. Okay, so you can do that step by step. Go visit a bin. Therefore, this is let's say sky blue. That is a symbolic link, LIB, that is also symbolic link. SBIN, that is also symbolic link. How do you know that? If I here ls minus L, then bin, that is a symbolic link. Therefore, actual location, there's an arrow sign. If we say bin, then it goes to USR bin. And therefore, this entire row starts with L. Other than that, for example, etc, then that is directly we say D for directory. Home directory here, that is nothing but a directory. However, LIB, then it is not a directory but a symbolic link. Therefore, it goes to, when I do CD LIB, then actual movement goes to here, USR/LIB. Okay? Hopefully you guys get it. Any question? Comments? So that is one of the homework assignments for next week. Page manuals that we looked at already, right? Many times. If you want to see SSH, by the way, you guys already did the SSH, right? But when you set up BNC on your Raspberry Pi, then someone may do, oh, what is the SSH? Then man SSH, then it tells you there's an open SSH remote login client. So that is very, very convenient. Remote login means, let's say you have your okay. I'm going to bring up. This is a VNC. So this terminal is Raspberry terminal, Raspberry Pi terminal. Oh, by the way, I showed it to you, right? Once again. So here, if I have a SSH command from my MacBook, by the way, SSH command is possible, so that I can do SSH and JUN at 192.168.200, and what is my and 4. So I can say .4, then remember this is my MacBook, right? This is my Mac terminal. This is my Raspberry Pi. So I want to access. This is a remote access, right? I want to access the Raspberry Pi from my laptop. Then you can do SSH and hit enter. Then it asks you to enter password. Mercy, then I can get in. Now, from my MacBook, I am in JUN and Raspberry Pi. Colon and tilde means home directory of JUN, right? That's what we do. That's what we can learn from this manual. And this is a real exercise. And this is a manual. So if you read this manual, then this SSH package is developed by OpenSSH, the association, the group, you can say organizations, OpenSSH. They made this. So SSH client is a program for logging into a remote machine for the executing command on a remote machine. So this is my laptop remote machine, and this is my Raspberry Pi, which is a server. Raspberry Pi can play as a server. Your Raspberry Pi is a very, very powerful server. A lot more powerful than your expensive Windows systems. Windows system is not a server. Always. I mean, Windows laptop. Okay. You can do password. You can practice that also. Here, another manual. Okay. And we looked at, so command. ls is a list the content of a directory. There's option -l, -a, -f. Distinguish between directory and regular files. Oh, this is very nice. So, for example, if you go to val, and if you want to, let's go to etc /etc. There are files and those things. So if you want to see, I want to check whether it is file or directory. Okay. Then when I do ls -f, if I do ls, then like this. If I do ls -f, then it has something attached to the directory, right? If we have / attached to, then that is the directory. Ghost script, that is the directory. Genome, that is directory. Perl, that is the directory. Okay. Is there Python? I think it has a Python right? Somewhere. Yeah, Python, that is the directory. Python 3, that is the directory. Python 3.11, that is the directory. Very handy, right? When you do this F. If you do A, then it's all files, including hidden files. What does that mean here? When I go back to my home directory by typing cd only, and when I do ls, that is the content. But when I do ls -a, then I have a lot more. ls, then I have this. This is some content visible. Some content contained in my home directory. When I do -a, by the way, these are all the files, including hidden files, contained in my home directory. So there is something start with the dot, then they are hidden from ls here. Dot, that is hidden. Dot, that is hidden. Dot means there's myself. Dot means my parent. And also dot bash. See here. Dot bash underscore history. That is a hidden file. Dot bash logout. Dot bash rc. Dot less hst. Dot profile. Dot Python history, and more, right? There are dot. So if you do ls -a, then it gives you a lot more than that. That something that you cannot see from plain content list. That was not available in Windows command till few years ago. Now Windows command included that hidden files, right? So on Windows, sometimes you cannot see. You have some other way that you can see the hidden files on your Windows systems. That is also right now available in Windows. Originally, the Linux all the time. So we'll get back to what each dot file means later. PWD, the print current directory. CD, change directories. mkdir, create a directory. rmdir, remove the directory. So right now, you guys, this is my home. I want to make my home directory. let's say, what is me? This is me, right? This is my home. I want to make it a home directory, one of the subdirectory within my home directory. So mkdir, and I would say IASP 221, okay, and hit enter. Then when I do this, then IASP 221 created as a directory, so that if you do ls minus f, then you can see, oh, that is the directory. IASP 221, that is the directory, but simple file is index.html. This, other than these files, all others, the directory. So that you can change it inside your IASP 221. cd IASP 221. There, nothing. If you see ls, then there is nothing. If you say ls minus a, would there be something? Is there still some hidden? Always there is some hidden, which is dot and dot dot. It should be known. Dot means myself. Dot dot means my father. Okay. So when you are created, do you think you are created without your father? No. So that is always goes with you. No, not because of that, but right, Melody? Any question? Was it delicious? Good. Okay, so next slide. Touch. Touch. I can touch Angel. What happens when I touch him? Nothing. Would it be the same in Linux, or you know a little bit of Linux? Oh no? Okay. In Linux, if you touch, then something should happen, right? Here, create an empty file. Create an empty file. Where are you right now? If you do pwd, you may be able to see. Or I am under IASP 221, which is under JUN, which is under home, which is on the top. I want to create a file. Let's say touch my first file .txt and ls minus l. Oh, file created. Simply I said touch and file name. So file is created. So when I see the list of long list, it says dash means this is a simple file. And then somewhere created September 25th, 511. And then there is a size of that, 0. Nothing's there. Anyway, file is created, right? Okay. And RM, okay. Let's see. So we can create, there are many ways that That's an empty file, right? Can we give something inside that file? Yes, you do. There is a command called echo. Let's see what it is. Okay, so let's see the manual of echo. Man echo. Then it says destroy a line of text. Okay, so I can do simply echo, and I would say and it says whatever follows that displays, right? Here. Whatever follows that displays, if I don't see anything, that it returns, it displays on the terminal. But if I redirect it, see here, when I do echo, everything goes into the next line on the terminal. Is there any way that I can redirect to a file that I know already? Do you see here? Previous, it said echo, hello, mercy, cyber. You can do more and more. Okay. You can say more. Hello, cyber. Hello, mercy, cyber. Good to see you. Okay. And then finally, I said greater than sign followed by file name. File name that's already available, already touched. Then guess what, John?
It's going to move the file, the line there. Or no?
It goes into that file. Good. So hit enter. And when I do ls minus l, oh, now size is 36. Previously, size is 0. Now size is 36. Jenny, can you count?
Some of the characters right there.
How many characters?
Run all of those characters right there. Even
So one
space.
character, 1 byte. I think it goes to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a 10, so up to this 36, I guess. Do you want to see the content of that file? Then you can do more, and then that file name. My first file.txt. More is the command, right? That you can see. Hit enter, then I can see, hello, Mercy Cyber, good to see you. All right, so I'm gonna do history. What did I have so far? These are the command that I did so far, right? History. If someone wants to practice without having to play my video, take a photo of that. That's a list of the commands that I played, that I exercised with you, right? Right, Demo? Give it to your dad.
Yes, absolutely.
Can I add more? Here,
Yeah.
good to see you. See you again. what would happen? Would it override it or attach it?
I think it would add another text maybe.
If you want to do another attach or you want to do override it. Right now, if you do this, it is override it. So watch this. More. Oh my God, it's overridden, right? Overrid. Oops. Where? Yeah, overridden. So what do you need to do? Let's say this is the first one, right? And then so if I do more, then that is there. And if I want to do see you again, I want to attach it. If you want to attach that, then you need to do one more double greater than sign. Double greater than sign. Hit enter, and if you see more, then right, attach it. So for example, like that, right? So what did I do so far? History. You see here, double greater than sign, double greater than sign. Then this will be appended. But if you do only single, then override. Should we manipulate the files always using echo? It's no good, right? It's not a good editor. But there is an editor. At the end of last week's class notes and also today's class notes, then there is, oops. I think last week's, where is it last week? And I said here, editor, right? VI editor, nano, and then GMU, not GMU, GNU, GNU Emacs. So we'll look at this at nano. Cheat sheets, there is a cheat sheets. So if I show this cheat sheets to you, this is the last week's ones. This is for beginner's guide to nano text editor. And then there is some of the shortcut keys, Control A, Control E, then move cursor to start and end. There are so many shortcut keys available. Similarly here, okay, if I want to go back to that files, remember that here right now we have one files. When I do nano and my first file.txt, hit enter, then I can see the files. So using nano, I can continue to edit in a very powerful, friendlier mode. right? I can do continually. Or if you want to remove, then go back here. Whatever do you want to move, anything that you did in many other editor, and at the end, write out. Command O. Here, write out. Command O. There's a command button. No, control button, not command. Control button and O. Then it says, do you want to write on this file? If you say yes, then hit enter. Then it is written there. If you want to exit, then control X. Then you can come back. If you want to see the content of that, then you can see here more. They're all there, right? History. We can remove a file, move to another file. Okay, this is very, very useful command for readings. More, that's what we had, right? More shows the content of a file, screen by screen. That's what I did, right? More command. If you want to read the entire at once, then you can say cat. Cat followed by file name, then you can display entire content. If you say head, then a little bit of a head. So for example, here, rather than more, if you say head, I want to see only 3 lines of the head. From the top, only 3 lines. 3 lines, you need to say head. -3, then only 3 lines. If we want to say only 2 lines, then only 2 lines. If we want to 2 lines from bottom, then you can say tail. I want to see the bottom 2 lines. If I want to see 3 lines from the bottom, then those are 3 lines. That's what this guy says, right? More, head and tail. Less is a little more than more. Okay? Listen carefully. Less command is a little more than more command. More, it shows the content of the file screen by screen. Less also shows the content of the file screen by screen, but it can go back, reverse. It can go back and forth. That is a less. Why they say that? If they invented from the beginning everything, they probably said more is more, less is more, and more is less. Okay? But they invented first more, and then decades later, they said, oh, we need to have something more than more. Let's call it less. Question?
How do you put my first line text dash and type and put a quote? You say you just make
You're
a
smart.
Type the first 3 letters, press tab.
Tap.
quote. My first.
Yeah, a few letters and then hit tap button. Then it pick up the rest of the recent ones. Recent ones matched with the first few characters that you typed. Good.
How did
Thanks.
you end it?
Huh?
I'm studying that also. I didn't really.
Oh, Control O. And then write out.
Oh,
Control O.
oh.
Control.
Right.
Hold the Control button. Control and then O. And then hit Enter.
Oh.
Hit Enter. And then where is and which? They goes together. Where is and which? Where is command locates all the instances of a command that may be in your path. That's where is. Which tells which instance of a command being executed. Let's say where is, and then if you say Python, then it says it is available in /usr/bin/python and also /usr/share/man/man1 and that. So which one that I execute if I do Python? Then it says which doesn't show. Oh, Python. Then the Python is when I do Python, then /usr/bin/python. That specific file, that specific command is executed. If I do Python 3, then it executed specifically that command, which is not the same as that command. So in that case, you use where is command or which command. Okay. Okay, I think this is it for today's lecture. Okay. This is the end of today's lecture. So I'll post a few of things that you could do at home to practice that we learned today. It's not really big homework assignments. This is small homework assignments. And what I want from you guys is a screenshot, because I cannot see yours. And I do not want to comment the lines, but I want to see whether you really did it. So capture the screen, the image. That is what I want from you. Okay? That's your homework assignments.
Screenshot from
Anything fine. Yeah. Right. Which one? Yeah, here.
I don't know why it's not letting me connect, so it's not working.
You did that at home, right?
Yeah.
Because did you set up the supplicant files? Did you set up, for example? Remember that I asked you to do.
Is this one need to be onto that or not?
Yeah. If you want to join the Linux club, fill out the form and give it to me. Only the third page.
What is the meeting time?
Anything that you want. Yeah, if you do not know, you don't need to answer all, but yeah, check as much as you can. And I want to see. Yeah. Oh yeah. How that?
Excuse me, Professor.